Superflex draft time, baby. Superflex drafts are almost out, almost all filled on Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. We're drafting live. Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Click that link that I'm dropping currently in the live chat right now if you want to get in on these drafts tonight, or at least one draft. I don't know if we'll do two. We're at least doing one draft, and then we're going to take phone calls in a minute. I'm going to take the phone number off right now because I'm not answering calls initially to kick off the draft. We'll do that about after maybe round 2. So file on in. Click that link that I just dropped in the live chat. If you want to be involved in the draft tonight, we're dropping at least one Chihuahua Superflex draft tonight. The Fantasy Football Show. I'm sorry I'm late. Begins now.
FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live!
Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Smitty. If you're new, you're watching the Fantasy Football Show. And I definitely am live 7 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. And I'm almost certainly live probably 5 days a week we're live here at midnight. And it just so happened that tonight I was a little behind, so I apologize. Sometimes that happens. Not very often do I have to go live here at 10:30 my time, which is not that late to me. But I know Eastern time, it's what is it right now? It's 1:35 p.m. Eastern. So I appreciate all my night owls jumping in here for a late night draft. We're going to be jumping in real quickly, so click that link that's in the live chat and prepare to click on the Chihuahua. You can actually click on it right now if you want, the Chihuahua draft. And if you're saying, Smitty, how do I get in these? You got to click that link. You might miss out on the draft tonight, but however, you can jump in one right alongside of us and use the same theory and advice, and sometimes this even makes for a better draft because you get to see what we're doing and implement it. But you're going to jump into the Chihuahua draft, which let me exit real quick. On the main Underdog featured section, there's cards, and the third one is Chihuahua. Now, we've been doing these weeklies a lot, and there's still a ton left, and we have a lot of time to get into the weeklies. The weeklies are amazing because you draft one time, and then each week is a new week, and there's a 20K prize every week. So there's no long prize. There's no Super Bowl winner. There's no playoffs or nothing like that. It's literally every week, 1 through 17, is its own standalone week with a 20K prize with the same team you drafted the one time in the one sitting. You don't redraft. You don't have waivers. You don't have lineups. It's a strategy involved. So we're going to go over to the Chihuahua draft. Click on that green button now. It's $4 an entry. The link is in the live chat. I'm going to click it now with about the 4 or 5 second YouTube delay. 9 more to start. We got plenty of opportunity for a lot of you to get in on this draft. Let me go ahead and pin the link in the live chat now for all of you. So anybody trying to get in last second will be able to. Let's see if I can do that right here. Let me pause that. There we go. Linkage has been pinned. Okay, there we go. Doing it live. We got, the draft's already full. You guys are fast. Okay, I've got the 1.6 overall pick, which is a pretty nice pick to get, I think. 43 seconds. We got Nick at the 1. Cash Morris at the 2. Ariel at the 3. We got Jacob at the 4. Speedy at the 5. Slum at the 7. Golf at the 8. Cold at 9. Boosted at 10. Q&A at 11. Bo at the 12. Draft starts in 21 seconds. Let's ride. Superflex country, let's ride. Phone lines will open as we hit round 3. Once we hit round 3, you can dial in right now. They're closed. 1.1 says, Nick, I'm in the building. Nick says, I'm drafting 1.1. Smitty, watch me. No hands, Smitty. No hands. Look, Smitty, I'm taking Patrick Mahomes. I don't blame you one single bit, bro. Hurts goes 2. Number 3 overall. Let me go to board view. A little bit nicer. Mahomes, Superflex. Remember, Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen. Jacob is on the clock. What's Jacob going to do? I don't recognize Jacob. Maybe he goes McCaffrey. Maybe he goes something crazy. Maybe he throws a curveball. He does not. He goes Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow. Speedy's on the clock at number 5 overall. Speedy, there's no way Speedy wouldn't draft what your boy is going to draft, because Speedy is just there to say, watch, Smitty, I'm going to take your cue and I'm going to draft it. Speedy would never vary from the process. I'm going to go Trevor Lawrence here. You know, in the beginning of the offseason, I was like tempted to like not go T-Law that early, but I'm not messing around. T-Law could outscore. He could hang with the top 5. He absolutely could. T-Law to the moon.
A lion lives among us, posing as half man, half lawman. His golden mane is reportedly 6 feet long and is bathed in milk.
That's right.
His marvelous mane grows longer with each breath he takes. Legend has it that if you say T-Law in the bathroom 3 times, you lose your league instantly. Conspiracy fanatics have linked his triangle bone structure to the ancient pyramids and alien theory.
No problem going T-Law at the number 6 overall draft selection. Lamar went 7. Herbert went 8. Justin Jefferson went 9. Jamar Chase went 10. Q&A's up, then Bo. Q&A takes Watson. We got a super chat already in the building. This little super chat right here from my guy, Lancaster, says 1.2 got Hurts, A.J. Brown, or Danny Dimes at the turn. 1.2 got Hurts, A.J. Brown, or Danny Dimes at the turn. I don't know what this question even means, Lancaster. Danny Dimes. I'm not taking Danny Dimes, bro. In the same conversation, A.J. Brown or Danny Dimes. Those guys aren't in the same conversation, even in Superflex. Not in my world, bro. Not on my watch. Not on my Lancaster. I don't think Lancaster's ever taken a lap. Lancaster, especially on a super chat, you gonna make you take a lap? What are we talking about? Danny Dimes. I don't understand what just happened. Danny Dimes or AJ Brown. I don't care if it's super flex. I'm not forcing Danny Dimes at a turn. No, sir. 1.2. Even at this 26 overall, Lancaster, I believe you are at the 2 pick here. That's what you're saying. Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown. And then Danny Dimes? No, not for me. I could understand somebody wanting to do that. I really could. But I'm not doing it. Not this guy. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. No, sir. No, sir. All right, on the clock. Kelsey's still there. We're going to do it live. We're going to do it live. I'm sorry, who has Mahomes. You wouldn't have got him at the number 1 pick. Who's number 1? Nick, he wouldn't have fallen to you. I didn't snipe you, Nick. He was going to get taken anyway. He was getting taken anyway. I'm in another draft. Lancaster says, okay. Taking Dimes, got it. I don't know. I'm not taking Dimes at the 2-3 turn. No, thank you. No, thank you, sir. But I love this A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts stack you got going on. It's looking pretty nice. And you had it set up perfectly because the Josh Allen owner's taking digs. You didn't get sniped there. I know Nick was hoping that he would get Kelsey to stack with Mahomes. That's a good little stack there, bro. Mahomes, Garrett Wilson, Aaron Rodgers. I like it. You're looking pretty smooth. Looking pretty smooth right there, Nicky boy. I like it, my guy. So, I'm a little bit of a bind, though. Well, not really. Not really. So much talent left. I really haven't gone Superflex Kelsey round 2 ever. I mean, I don't think Pickens, Cousins emojis. I got to remove those. I'm sorry, I haven't had time today. Today I was slammed with a bunch of different things, but I will. Ron Navy gets to use them again. I don't think Ron's even in here, is he? He gets to use them one more day. They live one more day for Ron Navy, and he's not even here to drop them. You can't even drop them. He can't even do it live. Who's gonna look better on my squad? Amon-Ra or Saquon? Saquon, T-Law, Kelsey. Let's go Amon. I'm liking that. T-Law, Law Dog.
Law Dog Milk for mains on sale this season. Soak your mane and win a league. Law Dog Milk.
Pour, soak, win. It's that simple, people. Pour, soak, win. Trevor Lawrence, Travis Kelsey, Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra. Ron better get here in for the last time. Yeah, little send off for those two emojis, if you will. Boys, I'm liking my team. I'm liking my team a lot. I'm feeling pretty good about this squad. T-Law, Amon, Travis. Let's get it going. Fire it up. Fire it up. Trevor Lawrence is a unicorn in the making.
He is a unicorn.
It went Jonathan Taylor, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Waddle, Nick Chubb, Derek Carr. That's an interesting start, though. McCaffrey, Bijan, I like that. Derek, I mean, I get it why you went Derek Carr. Just, I don't know, Derek Carr, Danny Dimes, those guys feel so early in round 3, even in Superflex. That's why I love having a top 6 pick, top 7 pick, so I don't have to worry about it. You don't have to force quarterback in a Superflex in round 2 and 3 and 4 when you are gifted a top 6 pick. And it's just glory. It's glory. Tony Pollard. There he went. Tony Pollard. Maybe I shouldn't say their names. Maybe I should just shut up. Maybe I should shut my mouth. T. Higgins, DK Metcalf, Mark Andrews, Hawkinson. I got Travis Kelsey. I don't need to go tight end. But there's a lot of talent still on the board. 4.7. I mean, this is my squad so far. Do I want to go RB? Kind of, but this wide receiver value is still very, very good. I mean, these are very, very good options. I love Breece Hall here. Man, this is tough. This is tough. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going with my gut here. I'm going to go Gibby. Trevor Lawrence. This is a cash money league. This isn't a Garrett Wilson draft. This isn't a draft where I'm like, I let guys fall in a Garrett Wilson draft. I just kind of, I don't want to say I'm not. I'm definitely trying. You know, every draft pick I try and pick the best player, but I do try and never reach. I try and let you guys enjoy the fruits of the show's labor. You know what I'm saying? But in this is a cash money league. This is me trying to win. How much money here? $25K for the show. You know how many monitors we could buy for that? $25K. So I'm not going to sit back and look, middle of fourth round. I don't feel like that's a reach at all. This squad, this Trevor Lawrence, Travis Kelsey, Amon-Ra, Jahmyr Gibbs squad. But the continuum of the gigawatt component structure of Jahmyr Gibbs' workload divide has a megawatt offload that if you compartmentalize the component conjunction timekeeper and you flux capacitor out the continuum component megabolt, things just end up happening. And that's why Jahmyr Gibbs is a top 5 to 10 running back instead of top 6 to 10. Man, it's science, really. I know a lot of people don't get it. They don't get what makes Jahmyr Gibbs a top 5 to 10 running back, but I just showed you. If you don't like science, I can't help you. There's not much I can do for you at this point. Just crushing the Superflex draft here on a Saturday night. Amari Cooper going to Cash Morris from the 1. We've got Ariel. We got Jacob. We got Speedy. Speedy, I like the team so far. You know what I like, Speedy? You're drafting a little different than normal. You're not forcing things. You're taking it as it comes. And I feel like, that Ramondre pick feels very mature. I feel like Speedy's grown up right in front of us. Speedy's grown up. He's not reaching. This isn't a reach-a-thon for Speedy. He's doing it live. I got one of a couple guys coming to me that I think is a very, very good pick. I got Drake London. I got Deebo Samuel. Do I go Deebo or London? Let's let the chat kind of sway me here. I got T. Law. I got Travis Kelsey. I got Amon-Ra St. Brown. I got Jahmyr Gibbs. And honestly, I mean, if I go to RB, I'm not tempted there. I'm tempted here. It's either Deebo or London. And while I draft London so many times, I'm gonna go Deebo here. I'm gonna do what I just said to Speedy. Not mix things up all the time, but mix things up when you're gifted something that you normally don't get to do. And I draft a ton of London. I draft a ton of Christian Watson. And I don't mind. London's a 5th, 6th rounder. Deebo's a 3rd. I get that push comes to shove. I don't have to worry about those rounds, and I can say to myself, give me the guy that I kind of ultimately like a lot better, from a long-term perspective and potentially from a redraft, but sneaky redraft perspective. But I don't mind that at all. I don't mind with this specific team. I went Trevor Lawrence, Kelsey, Amon-Ra, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Deebo Samuel. I know a lot of you were saying London, and I totally love. Well, the chat was delayed, so I couldn't even get the votes in time because there's like a 8 to 7 second delay. But I was gonna go Deebo anyway at the last second. I love you guys know I love London, but this is pretty nice. Deebo in the 5th round, even in Superflex, is a pretty fun bet. Pretty fun bet to take. T. Law, Travis Kelsey, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Let's look at the squad one more time. Trevor Lawrence, Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra, Deebo Samuel, Travis Kelsey. I don't know, broskies. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good squad right there. Hawkinson's still there. I mean, these are definitely some good players on the board. It's so deep right now. That's what I love about these Superflex drafts. They're just it's so deep in talent. I don't always go opposite the chat, Travis, as much as the delay. It's so hard to get, quick help. And I wish Kyler was likely to play more time. I'm going to go ahead and roll with let's go Hopkins. Let's just build a different squad than ever before. I'm liking it. Amon, Deebo, DeAndre, Travis, Jahmyr, Trevor. There's a lot of talent still left on the board. Did Hawkinson go? Hawkinson's still there. I'm not scared to take him again. Take a tight end again. I'm not scared at all. I'll do it, and I'll do it live. Kyle Pitts, don't make me. Future New England Patriot D-Hop. Okay, Travis. Whatever you got to tell yourself, broski. Travis and I had a little bit of a, I don't want to call it a debate because honestly, it wasn't like we were pushing back against each other at all. I felt like you were coming around on the argument, to be honest. But the message of a $33 million deal, doesn't matter if it freed up $3 million, which I don't think is actually all that accurate, because if he hits his roster bonus like escalators, dude's, what are you doing, Ariel? Zach Charbonnet doesn't go 75 in a redraft, or I'm sorry, a best ball one quarterback. His ADP is like in the hundreds. I want to say his ADP is like 120 something in a Superflex. You took him at 75, my man. That's crazy high. That is crazy high. I'm feeling pretty good about Stroud here. I mean, he's going to start. He's going to look pretty decent. It's a pretty solid Superflex quarterback given the amount of time I waited. Trevor Lawrence, Stroud. And I've told you guys I don't expect him to be a top 7 to 8 quarterback really ever. I mean, he could. I'm not totally against it. I mean, I'm open-minded to him proving me wrong, but I think he's a 10 to 15 guy. 10 to 15, and as a rookie, maybe he plays like that for the second half of the season. You know what I'm saying? Ariel says he messed up. Sure, Ariel. That's what everybody says. I drafted a guy that was way down in the rankings on accident. I didn't mean to. Ariel. Come on, bro. Just admit it. You don't have to come in with the I messed up, I accidentally drafted the wrong guy. Come on, Ariel. At least admit it. But Ariel, it's a learning experience, okay? But don't try and pull one over on us. We know you drafted him. But you got to look at the ADPs, bro. Not because he can't earn that. Of course he can earn it, but you're leaving a lot of value on the table, my guy. But no one's going to buy you. Slipped, got water on the phone, scrolled all the way down, swiped over, and hit draft on Zach Charbonnet while on the clock within the 29-second time frame. I accidentally made a mistake. Call in, bro. We'll have a good laugh about it. It's all good, bro. All I know is whoever got Walker is going to be pretty pissed off, unless that was you. Then it definitely was a mistake. Did you get Walker? No, you didn't. Who got Walker? Oh, Jacob's probably pissed at you, bro. You just messed up Jacob's whole week. Jacob might have left the draft. Answer draft was Smitty going Lance. Answer draft was Smitty going Lance 7th round. This guy Nolan and I appreciate you, Nolan. You're a good subscriber, bro. You're in here putting in the work. I appreciate you. I wasn't a slip. I messed up picking too early. Okay, Ariel, call in if you want to talk about it though. Don't worry about it. As much as I want to go quarterback right here, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm not going to let Speedy take Dotson, that's for sure. So this team, bro. This team, look at this. Lawrence Stroud, Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra, Debo, Hopkins, Jahan Dotson, Kelsey. Another not answer. I don't know what you mean, Nolan. There's nothing to answer. No one's taking Trey Lance and happy about it, bro. He's not even a starter. He's not gonna. He probably won't start a single game. It's not a not answer. It's like I didn't think it needed an answer. Trey Lance is a third string quarterback. I mean, I'm not drafting him. I'm drafting other backups. You know what I'm saying? You're joking because of the last live. Okay. Just checking, bro. Just checking the pulse of what we're talking about. I mean, Trey Lance. I was a big advocate of Trey Lance. No one's more disappointed than me, but Shanahan screwed up that situation, lit it on fire, and now look at it. Now look at it. That swipe function is dangerous. Yeah, but again, and he already admitted that he just made a mistake by going too early. He didn't make a mistake drafting him. Ariel, I appreciate you being in here. The balls it takes to come in and talk about that when people are saying, hey, you took him too early. Ariel's got balls of steel coming in here and discussing it. And Ariel, the phone line's open if you want to dial in. But you can't accidentally draft somebody. Not like that, because he's so far down there. You'd have to literally scroll down and accidentally draft him. He wasn't even near the top. Like, you still were scrolling and looking at him. You know what I mean? Answer was typo, meant to put another. No, Nolan, you gotta type in full sentences, bro. Because I never know what you mean. I have no second running back yet, which is so surprising for me. So let's roll with our boy Alvin. Look at the squad: Trevor Lawrence, CJ Stroud, Superflex. So, going light at Superflex. Watching you show too. Ariel, appreciate you. My boy Ariel. Next round, he draft Tebow, my mistake. Nolan's just up to his old tricks. Nolan again. Trevor Lawrence, Stroud, Jahmyr Gibbs, Kamara, Amon-Ra, Debo, Hopkins, Juwan Dotson, and Kelsey. Straight fire. Straight fire, like our sponsor of every Graveyard show and every Panic Chamber episode. Grindhouse. GRNDHAUS. It's where movies meets hoodies and apparel. What's better than Grindhouse? Cult classic movies and apparel. Our sponsor. They're also going to be our hat maker. And let's see if I have a few of those hats somewhere around here. I've got a hat. I'm wearing one now, but I want to show you the other one. So this is just me messing around with another color, and I'm going to see if they're going to be doing other colors, but here's a red one. But Grindhouse is legit. They're amazing, and you can get all your Grindhouse apparel right here. I'm going to drop the link one more time. Grindhouse, GRNDHAUS.com. Think of it like grandhouse.com. GRNDHAUS. The Beast, King Kong versus Godzilla, the Spider, all those awesome cult classics, all on hoodies and t-shirts. Look, I'm wearing one right now. This is Reptilicus. I wear Grindhouse gear every single Graveyard live stream, if you know what I mean. And I'm on deck here. There are plenty of players that I really, really like right here. I really want to take a QB, but there's just nobody worth taking at. Well, I'm going to go Zay Flowers here. Just beef up my wide receiver room even more. So I got T-Law, Stroud, Gibbs, Kamara, Amon-Ra, Debo, Hopkins, Jahan Dotson, Zay Flowers, and Travis Kelce. Feeling pretty good. Yeah, John Wayne. They got a John Wayne underdog, or Grindhouse has a John Wayne. They got a whole bunch of stuff. Scotty and Gustavo. I don't know which one this is. I think this is Gustavo. Gustavo or Scotty?
What's up? What's up, Smitty?
What's up? Who's this? Is this Scotty or Gustavo? I always forget.
Scotty Dude.
Scotty Dude. Let me change the number to just you, because this is just your phone, right?
Yes.
Okay. You and Gustavo you aren't doing karate in the garage with the bunk beds?
No, I actually quit that job.
You quit it? Why'd you quit?
Yeah, it's just Gustavo now.
It's just Gustavo? Why'd you quit the job, bro?
Because my bosses are idiots.
Yeah, so what are you going to do for work now? Draft on Underdog Fantasy? Promo code Smitty?
I'm going to be the next Smitty 2.0, man.
Yeah.
You already know.
What's up? What are you going to do? What's your plan? Where are you going to get a job next? What are you looking to do?
Well, I do work part-time at a pharmaceutical warehouse, so that keeps me not too much money, but it's a little money for now. But actually, one of my buddies, his girlfriend's family runs a shuttling the tourists around business, kind of like a tourist business. So I'm actually training with the owner, the dad, and this morning and tomorrow morning I'm going as a ride along to see, where he goes.
Okay.
What he says to the tourists in the bus or in the van when he picks them up.
On the right are the Moke Islands, where Smitty from the FantasyFootballShow.com almost drowned it. He almost drowned. He almost drowned because he canoed over to the Mokalua Islands. Off of what beach is it off of? Waikiki?
No, it's out in Kailua Kaneohe area.
Yeah. That's so you can tell people when they. All right, hold on. I gotta make this selection real quick. Hold on. Hang tight. We are going with. We're gonna go with. Let's go with McKinnon. So hey, how do you think this team sounds in a Superflex, bro? I've got T-Law. Hit that like button, guys. 100 of you in here. I got T-Law, Scotty, Stroud.
I'm listening.
Okay, Stroud and T-Law. That's my quarterback room. Not like in love with Stroud as a second quarterback in a Superflex, but it's not bad, right? So T-Law and Stroud.
You could pop off.
Yeah, T-Law and Stroud. My running backs are Jahmyr Gibbs, Kamara, and McKinnon. And then my wide receivers are Amon-Ra, Debo, Hopkins, Jahan Dotson, and Zay Flowers. And my tight end is Kelce. So I got Kelce, Amon-Ra, Debo, Hopkins, Jahmyr Gibbs, Trevor Lawrence. Pretty solid.
I like that. What is this, best ball?
Yeah, best ball, Superflex. I'm feeling good about it. I mean, Kelce does the trick, when you're looking at this team. You're like, Amon-Ra, Debo, Hopkins, Jahmyr Gibbs, Trevor Lawrence. I like it. And then you're like, but I got Kelce. And you're like, whoa.
I did a Superflex redraft the other day. It's freaking pretty badass. I actually drafted really, really well, actually. You want to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
You want to get the whiteboard out?
For you? Sure, bro. Hit me with it. Don't give me the whole team. Just give me the starters. No one cares about your bench.
Okay. Well, every player I'm going to tell you is my starters because it's a 3-flex and a super flex.
All right. We'll just.
So okay, I'll start it. Anthony Richardson, Eckler, Madison, Waddle, Olave, Cooks are my 3 wide receivers. Travis Kelce. And then my 3 flex are Cam Akers, Monty, Gibson, and my second wide receiver is Geno.
So A-Rich, Eckler, Madison, Waddle, Olave, Cooks, Kelce, Cam, Monty, Gibson, Geno.
Yep.
Yeah, not bad. I wouldn't say that's my, favorite team I've ever seen. You kind of set the bar high, but I would say that's definitely a sneaky good team. When you look at the end and someone won, you're like, yeah, I could see it. I could see it all falling in line. You know, Eckler, Kelsey, Olave, Waddle, definitely really, really strong. Really strong.
Yeah, dude.
I like it.
I like Madison a lot. I think he's really going to do well, man. I believe in that kid.
Yeah, I like Madison a lot. I do.
I think a lot of people are really undervaluing him and underestimating him. I think he can come out and crush it, 10 touchdowns, 1,200 rushing yards, and like 300 receiving. I really think that he could do that.
It's certainly possible, bro.
So, what do you think? Madison's like a back-end RB1?
No, I think he's a high end, a potential high end running back too. I don't know if I want to put him in the 1, but could he play that well? I mean, yeah, he could. I'm gonna go Kendre here and lock down that Kamara Kendre because look, I've got Gibbs, but I really do have a questionable running back too. But now I don't. I think I got Kamara and Kendre together. But yeah,
what do you think about Brandon Cook?
Brandon Cook's not a huge fan, bro. Maybe that's why. Some of these guys I don't love. I don't love Cam. I don't love Gibson like everybody else. I like Gibson. I think there's some appeal. We're hearing a lot of good things about Gibson, but I'm not huge on Gibson. I love Anthony Richardson with this build. You know what you're doing here. Eckler.
Oh yeah.
I love him in the weekly winners best ball, but I don't love him as much because he's 28 years old, and I just worry about I just worry about it adding up, bro. He's 20. Not very many 28-year-olds can do what Henry did, and I'm gonna bet against it every time. But doesn't mean it won't happen from time to time, you know. But you can still grab safer guys that are just as good. So it's not like I really even missed in any of the drafts where I passed on Henry because I'm still drafting what I believe to be monsters and players that oftentimes ended up being a monster. So at the end of the day, it's just all about risk avoidance. And Eckler to me, so that's the only reason why I probably said I like it, but I don't probably love it as much as you because some of these guys I'm high on, but I'm not as high on. I don't love Cooks. I don't love Cam. I don't love Geno, but I understand the appeal because Geno's got tons of weapons, but they are still a run-heavy system.
Hell yeah.
He's still a run-heavy system, and, you know, I like him. I don't love him, but I like him. It's a good
Well, here's my take. Here's my take on the 3 flex options, Akers, Monty, and Gibson. I could have grabbed wide receivers, sure, but these guys are, you know, these running backs I chose, well, because obviously running backs become scarce at some point in time. And Cam Akers, he's a starting guy. He should get most of the volume. Monty should, you know, get a decent amount of touchdowns this year, a decent amount of work behind that, you know, really good offensive line. Gibson, you know, the hype in the offseason so far, he should be catching more balls out of the backfield. They want to put him out wide. They want to use him more how he should be utilized. So I went with the running backs that have the upside opposed to, you know, these wide receiver 2, 3 options that, you know, I rather go with the running backs because they become more scarce. So that was my plan. But the other 2, I know that's all I have as far as wide receivers. It's a 3 wide receiver starting league. I mean, I do have Dobbs and Mingo on the bench, but obviously those are more of like hopeful plays, you know. So it's pretty good Superflex.
Yeah, not bad. I like it. I mean, could it win? Sure. You need a lot of things to happen, but it could definitely win. I like it, bro. What else you got? Any players you have questions about?
Dude, in this other league, I traded away Travis Kelce and Jonathan Mingo for Mark Andrews and Jay Little Waddle.
Yeah, I mean, why not? That's a good trade. That's a really good trade, bro.
Yeah, that dude's team is literally like all Chiefs players, like Mahomes. He was just missing Kelce. He had like Sky Moore.
And that,
he had Isaiah Pacheco.
Is that a redraft or dynasty though?
It's a redraft. So these guys just wanted all the Chiefs players. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna offer him my Travis Kelce, see if he'll give me Waddle and Mark Andrews, and he did.
Yeah, I still like it. I would love it in dynasty, but I love it. Hold on, hang tight. Let's. Scared Scott, you're kind of still in timeout though. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know if you're still banned from the show for at least another couple days for that ridiculous remark you made. That, by the way, got heard by the entire household. I might add.
What's going on around here?
Scott, you there, Scott? You scared or?
I'm here. Scotty doing?
Okay.
There's Scott something.
Scared Scott. There's a scared Scott on the phone. His name's Scared Scott, not you, Scotty. What's going on, Scott?
Not much. Just looked like you needed to be livened up a little bit.
Not really, Scott. This team's absolute straight fire that I'm working with here. We're working with a monster squad. We've got Trevor Lawrence. I mean, the quarterback room is a little light, but Trevor Lawrence, Stroud, McCoy, and then we got Jahmyr Gibbs, Alvin Kamara, Kendre Miller, McKinnon. Then we got Amon-Ra, Debo, Hopkins, Jahan Dotson, Zay Flowers, Kelsey. So it's definitely balanced in a strange way that by the time you get to the end of the roster, you're like, wow, it's really, really solid. But, you know, there are some weaknesses, but you're going to have that when you have that heavy of a wide receiver and tight end room right there. That is a conglomerate right there.
It's a good team.
It is a good team. Let's go Taysom here. Just to back up Travis. That's all you got, Scott? No. You seem kind of quiet tonight. You afraid to say something wrong?
I'm trying to get Gustavo on.
Okay, yeah, do that, Scotty. Yeah. Do that, Scotty. Scared Scott, are you quiet tonight, Scared Scott, because you're afraid you're going to say something wrong?
Quiet. I was just looking at that team that he was putting in there, and, you know, I don't get the Anthony Richardson being the starting quarterback for somebody's fantasy team.
Well, you wouldn't because you're scared of the unknown.
He's only started. He started 1 year of college, and he only completed 53% of his passes. Why wouldn't you be scared of that?
Because he's such a tremendous talent, and guess where he's going? He's going to play with a coaching staff that molded Jalen Hurts, who's a very similar player in some ways. At least they believe him to be, and I believe they can get that out of him. Jalen Hurts was Mr. Inaccurate. He's going to be inaccurate. I swear, Scott, if you called in, Scared Scott, if you called in last year, I guarantee you would have been scared out of Jalen Hurts. You would have been the person. And don't even lie to me. We won't even believe you. We won't even believe you no matter what you say. If you say, "Oh, I like Jalen Hurts,"
this round,
you would have called in. We all know it, Scott. We all know it. You would have called in petrified of Jalen Hurts. He's inaccurate.
No, I love Jalen Hurts.
No, you didn't. We all know
it's. If it makes you feel,
but Richard feel better. I think he's the 1 year of starting, the low percentage of completing passes.
Yeah,
the guy needs 2 years.
You need to be Captain Obvious. You can't think outside the box, Scott.
Well, you can't fix 53. If he can only complete 53% in college, what's he going to do in the NFL?
Well, who's to say with the right coaching, the right system, the right you know what I mean? You're drawing conclusions about a guy that hasn't had the coaching he's going to have, a proven system that literally put Jalen Hurts into the position Jalen Hurts is proving doubters wrong. He is absolutely the right guy for the job.
But Hurts sat the bench for a year.
Those are all irrelevant. There's nothing not one situation has to compare to the other, Scott. You can't just say, "Oh, this guy did this, so this has to happen here." Like none of that. I never understand when people do that. Like, who cares?
Now, you to me, what I was wanting the guy that I'm beginning to really get on his train is with
Say
Okonkwo.
say his name right.
Okonkwo.
Okonkwo.
Hey,
We love Okonkwo, pal.
hey,
There's a video you're gonna like very soon about Okonkwo. So hang tight.
I started. I found a video of every target. His round tree.
Gustavo, you got to turn that down, bro. Tell Gustavo to call back. He's got to turn that down. He's putting mute. Can't have the music on.
His round tree is great. His athleticism is ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Scott.
Gustavo.
Yeah.
Probably the most athletic tight end in the NFL.
He's amazing. Scott.
And his numbers,
Scott, you got to pick up the pace, bro. It's like pulling teeth from you tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But his
I'll take
numbers,
Irv Smith instead.
his average, after his yak number is huge. From last year, top 4.
It sounds like he's reading from a pamphlet.
What's that?
It sounds like you're reading from a pamphlet.
No, I'm just trying to remember all the numbers. That's
Yeah.
why I'm moving slow. I can't pull it off the top of my head. It's early in the morning. But the guy's, to me, is a target.
Yeah, we got it, bro. Don't worry. There's a video coming that you're gonna love on Okonkwo. He's an absolute him and a handful of others. And I did a tight end breakout tight end video, previously like a month or two ago, probably like 2 months ago. You're gonna love.
Kind of reminds me of when Andrews broke out.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal
What's going
player.
on the screen? 3X?
He's not in a great spot. He's not in a great spot, but he might benefit from some of the need for.
If Tannehill stays healthy, I don't mind the spot.
It's an okay spot. It's not a great
Tannehill
spot.
really wasn't all that bad when he played last
Tannehill's
year.
awful.
Throwing the
But
football,
he's gonna blanket. He's gonna
decent.
blanket Okonkwo as much as he can, which will be good. He won't. There'll be some bad targets thrown his way, which is a bad thing. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be. Let's go, Mike White. Mike White might save this quarterback room somehow, some way. We'll go Trevor Lawrence, Stroud, Colt McCoy, Mike White. Not the greatest looking QB room, but there's a reason we're batting light at our QB too. But like if Mike White gets in there, and I fully expect him to get in there at some point, unfortunately, Colt McCoy's could be decent. You never know.
Aren't you? I mean, I agree with you on that. I'm staying completely away from Waddle and Hill because of it. They were terrible when he wasn't. Mike White might be different, but to take Hill, I have to catch him like the 11th or 12th pick in the first round.
Yeah.
Just because of that.
Hey, where's Gustavo, Scotty? He's supposed to call back in. He called in with his music blaring, so I had to hang up on him because he wasn't prepared.
He's at a party right now.
Oh, okay. So he can't. I gotcha. Well, he's probably partying because
I like Hill and Waddle.
he got a promotion at work because there was a vacancy because you just left. Sorry.
No, actually, my warehouse lead actually took my position as a supervisor. So good for him. I'm happy for him. Making a lot more money now.
Do you regret leaving, or was it the right choice for you?
No, definitely the right choice. My bosses just micromanage way too much, and eventually, after almost 2 years, I said, "F this, I'm out. Like, I'm not. I don't need to work for these people anymore."
He's wearing you down like a little nub. We got Jacob.
It's just ridiculous.
We got Jacob in here. Hold on real quick. I work graveyards on the weekends. Hell, at work now, but my schedule is changing in 2 weeks. We'll have Fridays and Saturday nights off. Looking forward to drafting with you all. Jacob, appreciate your $10 hauler. Moonshot to you.
To the moon.
For dropping a 10 spot. Appreciate you. All right,
And
Scott.
to that great schedule.
Scott, you only get about 5 minutes to show, so you're about at your end. There's just it's like a shot glass of Scott Scott, not you, Scotty do. Talking about Scared Scott. Scared Scott gets about. Honestly, Scott, I think I'm gonna put a 5-minute timer up, and then once you drain that, you're out. You're out for the day. There's just only so much Scared Scott I can take. What do you want to say with your final thoughts, Scared Scott?
Oh, I don't have anything. Nobody was calling in and talking, so I just called, and the other fellow.
Is that an underhanded compliment?
I did.
No, nobody's calling into your show, Smitty. So I decided I felt bad for you, and I call in. We got four people in the line.
Well, there wasn't anybody on there when I called. I didn't think.
That's right, Scott. Scott, you're still in the doghouse, by the way, because the whole family heard what you said in the background. Everybody was up. I'm loud in this room sometimes.
Just joshing.
You're in the doghouse. You're in the doghouse. What can I say? What can I say? I got an immediate text from Miss Smitty.
Does the doghouse have a roof on it?
And it said F Scott. I got a text within 1 minute of Scott's comment. F Scott. Oh, I'm going to time out here.
F Scott Fitzgerald or?
I timed out. Who did I get? Shahid. Oh, that's okay. All right, Scott, appreciate you. We'll see you later, pal. Lancaster, you're live.
Hey, man. So I'm looking at, have you seen Mike Gesicki? Have you seen his draft capital rise this week, or is that just me?
189? Doesn't seem...
Yeah, he was the last round guy. There was a report that went out that is only lined up against a slot receiver 9 times rookie year, and now everybody wants Gesicki, and I'm wondering if I need to buy into that.
Well, I don't mind him. I don't mind him, but I think what this might be off of is the fact that they didn't sign Hopkins.
A little bit of that too.
What?
Oh, I said a little bit of that too. Yeah,
I think a little bit of everything. I don't mind him, and we're in Superflex, so this is not the same as like a 1 QB ADP, but he I think he just went right now. So we're talking about 200. That's okay.
Sounds like Hopkins is jobless like me.
Right now he is. We got a couple. Let me see. We got Lancaster dropped a super chat. Thank you, Lancaster, for that. Dropped another one. Appreciate that, Lancaster. The man, the myth, the legend. We got the $10 hauler from Jacob, and then Travis Rowe with his 8-month membership message said, "Scared Scott doesn't realize he's in the doghouse." So if anybody didn't hear it, he said, "Hey, Smitty, when you come to Vegas, maybe we'll get, I forget the exact words he said, but we'll get Smitty. I'll take you and Jimmy G to the Bunny Ranch." And I was just like, no, Scott, what are you doing, Scott? And I hung up on him. I said, no show for you. The disrespect to Miss Smitty. And Miss Smitty's asleep at about, 9 or 10 every night. This is about 11 at night. There was about a 3% chance she was up. Within 1 minute, I got a F. Scott text message. Dude's literally in the dog. Dude's literally in the dog.
Ranches, right?
Huh? What?
It's like a petting zoo. That's what the bunny ranch is, right?
Nope. No, it's not.
No.
Okay.
Okay. So never mind.
All right. Let's go over to Kyle. Kyle, you're live. We're not going to get into the details of that topic.
Get some dynasty help. Nobody wants to trade with me. I'm going to go through my roster if you're okay. We can do some marker board. I'm going to try and only give you relevant players, but I do have quite a few relevant players in my opinion. Let me know when you're ready, if that's cool.
Yeah, in the middle of a draft, so let's keep it as fast as we can because I'm in the middle of drafting. But go ahead. What do you got?
So basically, I have a bunch of receivers: Lamb, Hill, Waddle, Jefferson. I also have Watson and Dotson. I've been trying to trade away Tyreek Hill but nobody's biting because I have a reputation for doing well. I just 2 months ago paid for Madison for Josh Palmer.
Nice trade. Well, I mean, what do your running backs look like?
Najee Harris, Stevenson, Charbonnet, Chase Brown, McKinnon, Madison.
McKinnon, Madison. Okay. And what do your quarterbacks look like? And is it 1 QB or 2 QB?
It's super flex. I have Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Geno Smith.
Allen, Lamar, and Geno. And is Superflex not mandatory 2 QB?
Yeah, super flex, not mandatory.
And who's your tight
Correct.
end? Who's your tight end?
I have a plethora of decent tight ends. First of all, I have Kincaid, Schultz, Jelani Woods. Nobody else really worth mentioning.
How many wide receivers can you start, and how many running backs can you start?
I can start. There's 2 flexes, so it's 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex.
Okay, so you're starting Najee and Stevenson. You're starting, we'll call it JJ and Tyreek Hill. And then you said 2 flex?
Yeah, 2 flex.
Allen and Lamar, Kincaid eventually, and Waddle and Lamb for now. I mean, honestly, the only thing you can do is try and use Stevenson and like Dotson, Stevenson and Watson, Stevenson and Geno, Najee and Geno, like just trying to get in Bijan, Bijan or Gibbs. Like that's the only really move to make. I mean, these 2 running backs are really good. Would I like to turn Najee into Gibbs or even Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet somehow? But I don't know. Najee's he's arguably as good. I don't know if he'll maintain that value for 4 or 5 years. We'll have to see. He kind of feels a little sketchy. I like Najee. I'm excited about him, but he's living in round 3, 4 for a reason because we're a little scared of him. Stevenson, love Stevenson. I'd rather you get rid of Najee than Stevenson, but I mean you can upgrade Lamar into Burrow or whatever using one of the wide receivers, but I think your weak spot really is just, it's not even a weak spot, but just trying to get Bijan or Gibbs. And if you can't make any of those trades, I mean, I don't know, bro. Maybe
he has Brees Hall too, but the Bijan Hall Walker owner is not going to budge. Is not going to trade with me. I'm trying to go after Swift is what I've been trying to do, but the guy's not really budging either. He's the same guy I took Madison from, so he's kind of not wanting to deal.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it sounds like you're in a league where people just don't make moves, but if you can't use Watson or Dotson to upgrade Najee into Bijan or Gibbs, and you can't use Watson or Dotson to upgrade, or you said Tyreek Hill. I mean, yeah, I guess ultimately I want to keep Watson and try and trade. Honestly, I'm not super sold on Waddle in Dynasty like everybody else is. And if I had to look at your team and say who's probably overvalued the most, you can't get rid of Tyreek Hill because he's older. But you don't have to worry about that because if he drops out of your entire team, you're still totally covered. Your most overvalued player is Waddle. And I'm not saying he's not good. I'm not saying he's not amazing. Tyreek Hill dropped off. He probably would be, get a nice bump in value. But what's the quarterback situation look like there? Will Miami might bring in an elite quarterback after Tua probably fails this year, unfortunately, and I hope I'm wrong on that. Maybe, probably. I mean, there's a track and field team there, but if Hill drops off, it doesn't look quite as explosive and crazy. I don't know, man. I just don't know what the future holds for Waddle and Hill. And so I probably would say you trade Waddle away and you try and upgrade Najee into Bijan. You have the depth to overpay. And even Lamar, I'm not super sold on for the future. He's got the grade 2-3 PCL tear. He's disappointed 3 straight years in a row. Like, if you could get into a Fields or a Burrow using Waddle and then get something back potentially, move up and turn a pick into the 1.1 or 1.2 just based on knowing this team has got a really, really bad team. Even if you give him Lamar, even if you give him Waddle, and you're swapping first rounders with him. I've done that before where I've made a trade where I liked the player I was getting quietly better anyway, and I swapped, example, Watson and Debo, let's say, and I quietly like Watson better. I could swap Watson and Debo and then just swap first rounders, and this person thinks their team's good, but I think they're crap, and I end up getting the 1.1. And, you end up getting
I
the
don't
10th.
have a first rounder, unfortunately. I was trying to swap. The guy who had Swift was asking about Waddle, but I think giving up Waddle for Swift it's not in my favor. As far as it's around 2 ADP for Waddle, around 5-ish for Swift, if I'm not incorrect.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not much to do with this team, bro.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate the in-depth response.
Gibbs, Bijan, Brees Hall, like you said, those guys, Gibbs, Bijan, Brees Hall.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Fields. I mean, Fields is kind of, people are down on Fields. Maybe you turn Lamar or Geno.
Unfortunately, the one guy, there's one other guy in the league. He has 5 firsts, and his team has got a lot of the players you're mentioning, and he's not going to deal with me, I got to find a team that needs to sell off a little bit because they're not a contender. I won with this team last year.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. All right, hey Scotty, what else you got, Scotty?
That's it, man. That's about it. I'm gonna head out. I gotta keep my job hunting going and get a job.
All right, man. Appreciate you, Scotty.
You too, dude. I'll talk to you soon. Hey, come out to Hawaii, man.
I'm gonna try. I barely get out of the studio to go get food, but I'll do my best. I'm gonna be in Vegas. Right. I'm gonna be in Vegas on the 15th.
Yeah, man, have fun, dude. That's pretty awesome.
All right, later, Scotty.
All right, brother. Shoot.
All right, Kyle. You got anything else other than this? I don't know.
I mean, I appreciate you. I'm gonna take off too. Get back to doing what I was doing. I appreciate the in-depth answer. Right, appreciate you, Smitty.
Yeah, later.
Bye.
Yeah, I don't know how to help his team if no one's trading. I mean, here's the squads. Look how low these projections are. Hilarious. I'm never ranked high. Let's go to the highest ranked team and just take a gander at it. Boosted, you got a really high score from them, and don't get mad at me, Boosted, if I don't agree with this score. Tua, Russell Wilson, Pickett, Mac Jones. I don't like that quarterback room, but let's see what else you got. Cam Akers, James Cook, Jamal Williams, Deonta Foreman, Jeff Wilson, Ty Chandler. I mean, Boosted, you better have the best wide. I can't see it yet. You guys are seeing what I see. You better have the best wide receiver room in the history of wide receivers, and you better have Travis Kelce, even though I have Kelce. You better have Travis Kelce, even though I have Kelce. In order for this to be the best, this is the highest ranked team. No offense, Boosted. I love you, pal. I just don't understand how this is going to be the 3,200 team. Okay, here we go. This team, this better be an amazing wide receiver room. Jamar Chase, Waddle, Judy, Sutton. It's good. I mean, look, you got Chase. You're going to be in the mix for a top 6 wide receiver room in the entire draft. Waddle. We just got through talking about how I'm not as high on Waddle as everybody, but I do acknowledge he's definitely a sneaky low end wide receiver one, but with some risk. And Judy, I'm not high on at all comparatively to his ADP. Sutton, I don't want at all. Rondell Moore, I'm an Arizona Cardinal fan, and I don't want him. I don't think Thornton's good. I like Hyatt. So Chase, Waddle, Judy. Who's your tight end? It's got to be Andrews. It has to be. It's got to be. I can't see it. You guys see what I see. There's no way. I'm going to go back up. There's no way this running back room and quarterback room are getting you the 3,200 projected points unless you don't have. You've got to have them. Pat Fryermuth, Everett, Henry. Bro, how did... No offense, but how the hell did you get 30... boosted? 3,200 projected points. I don't get it. I don't get their projections at all. My squad, just so everybody could see it, I went heavy quarterbacks just to scoop up every combination I could get to help out. Trevor Lawrence and Stroud. Very advantageous to have 3 quarterbacks in a super flex. Really, really, really advantageous. Really hard. Not impossible to win with 2 quarterbacks, but it does make your life a lot easier to have 3 quarterbacks. So to have Colt McCoy, Clayton Tune, I'm going to get some starts out of that. I believe Zappy starts half a season. I think Mike White starts half a season. I have just kind of a crazy little QB room, but Trevor Lawrence and Stroud to me are strong enough that I'm okay. I'm okay. And this came at a cost, right? Or a benefit. This came going this kind of quarterback room. It comes at a benefit of having strong, RBs and wide receivers. Gibbs, Kamara, McKinnon, Kendre Miller, and Kamara together. Chase Brown, McBride. I mean, you could say that it's top heavy and then it's questionable, but I love McKinnon. I actually do. Kamara and Kendre, I think I'm going to get some good production out of that. My wide receiver room and my tight end room are my strengths. I mean, this is like a bowling pin. My team looks like a bowling pin. Well, I mean, T-Law makes the top a little bit, more solid than the running back room potentially, but it gets better as this team goes down. Amon-Ra, Debo, Hopkins, Dotson, Zay Flowers, Rashid Shaheed, and remember this is a 2 wide receiver, but that's just an awesome wide receiver room. Kelsey, Taysom Hill. I'm feeling pretty good about this squad. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I like doing teams where I do have a little bit better QB2 than Stroud. I would have liked Aaron Rodgers, but we are sniping each other, and so it's natural to have not got what you expected to get or what you probably would have got if you were drafting outside of this community, because the quarterbacks went really, really quick. And yeah. So, Ariel, appreciate you. All right. Hurts, Daniel Jones, Ritter, Jacobs, P. Ryan, Warren, A.J. Brown, Amari, Kyle Pitts. Good team. Good team. I think I've seen you draft better, but it's a good team. Ariel, Josh Allen, Tannehill, Jacoby, Heineke, Brees Hall, Damian Pierce, Zach Charbonnet, which again you said you mistakenly took too high, and you did. But it's okay. It's a learning experience. Just use that suggested rank to guide you as best as possible. You know what I'm saying? Brees, Pierce, Charbonnet, Diggs, Olave, McLaurin, Dallas Goedert. Bro, you still did very well. This is a very good team, Ariel. You did really good. If you didn't reach on Charbonnet, you would have been even more stacked. Josh Allen, Brees Hall, Damian Pierce, Zach Charbonnet, Diggs, Olave, McLaurin, Quentin Johnson, Goddard. You got a really good squad, bro. I like it, Ariel. You did good. Nick wanted me to look at his team. Nick got 32. Did I say that Boosted got the highest one? Nick actually got the highest one. They're both 3,200. Let's see what he did. Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy G. You only got 2 quarterbacks, because Jimmy G probably ain't a quarterback in 2023 for very long. That's my guess, but I still love your combo. Love it. Najee, ETN, AJ Dillon. I like your running back room. That's a good running back room. Garrett Wilson, Kirk, Godwin, Sky Moore. Good wide receiver room. I wouldn't call it great. I would say good wide receiver room. A lot of questions about a lot of these guys, but there's also upside with a lot of these guys. And then Hawkinson, obviously a good tight end room. Great tight end. Well, good to almost great tight end room. Good wide receiver room with obviously a great player at the top of it. And Kirk's, underrated, but he also does have Ridley, and it's going to be more crowded there. So I definitely feel like I'm hot and cold on him depending on his ADP. Najee Etienne's phenomenal quarterback room. I mean, you did good, Nick. That's a good team. It's a good team. Speedy. Fields, Goff, Howell. Like it. Eckler, Stevenson, Rashad, Watson, DJ Moore, Pickens, Jameson, Mooney, Laporta, Tank Dell. I like it. It's good. Top 6, 7-ish. I don't know if you're number 1. Golf, Herbert, Dak, Derrick Henry, Madison, Javonte, Damian, Lamb, Drake London. It's good. Irv Smith. So Henry, CD, Drake, Madison, Herbert. I like it. Dak. I mean, it's a good team. It's a good team, bro. Cole combo. Anthony Richardson, Bryce Young. Okay. Barkley, Pollard, JK. Very good trio of running backs, bro. JJ, DK, Kadarius Toney. Very good trio of wide receivers. Kincaid, Cole Kmet. Amazing duo. I mean, bro, that's quietly top 6, my guy. You did really good. Boosted, I'm sorry if I offended you in any way. You did. You have a very, very, very solid wide receiver room, for sure. I just don't understand why you got the most points. That's all I was saying. I'm sorry if that came out offensive. I don't know how it wouldn't have been offensive, I guess. I'm sorry. I apologize. Watson, Purdy, Levis, and Kyle Trask. Oh, I guess Purdy probably is okay for you. I mean, he's expected to start week 1. Nick Chubb, Sanders, Swift, crafty running back room. Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams, Ayuk, Addison, Okonkwo. Pretty good. Pretty good team there, broski. I don't mind that team at all. And then Q&A. Oh, I just did that one. And then the final team is Hunt, Derek Carr, Love, McCaffrey, Bijan. So McCaffrey, Bijan's a very interesting start. You got Isaiah Pacheco as well. Devontae Smith, Calvin Ridley, JSN. Very crafty wide receiver room considering Evan Ingram. Don't love your quarterback room, but it's good. It's good. It's just not great. You know, Carr and Love and Baker. It's just not great. It's good. So you have a great running back stable, probably the very best with McCaffrey, Bijan, and Pacheco. You have arguably a middle of the pack, at least wide receiver room with some craftiness to it. And you have to have at least middle of the pack, if not top 5 tight end room. So you got some good upside there. I just don't understand. Ron Navy's on the phone. I just don't understand boosted score. He and we all know it's wrong, but each player is projected, and that's all it is. There's no like algorithm to say, oh, this team I think will be. It's all about those projected points. How many projected points do you have? And here's the projected points for boosted. It's Tua, Russ Wilson, Pickett. I'm sorry, Ron. And then Mac. And then Cam, James Cook, Jamal, Foreman, Jeff Wilson, Ty Chandler. Chase and Waddle are good. Judy, Sutton, Rondell, Thornton, Hyatt. I don't know. I just don't see how that's number 1. Nick's makes a little sense. I think Nick's team looks really good because he's stacked at quarterback. He's stacked everywhere. He's got Najee Etienne at running back. He's got Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. The Jimmy D, we'll give him a pass on that one. Garrett Wilson, Kirk, Godwin, Sky Moore, and then Hawkinson. That's a really good team. I like it, Nick. You did good. One spot definitely was advantageous for sure, though. I love that one spot. It's hard to screw that one spot up, but it's been done. What's up, Ron Navy?
Hey, your score was about right.
What makes you say that?
I don't like your team at all.
Why is that, Ron?
You're weak at running back. You're weak at receiver because of that Debo pick, who has no quarterback whatsoever going into the year. You should have taken London, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, but it's good to mix it up, Ron. It's good to mix it up.
Yeah, but you totally messed up. You could have got some more quality players. Instead, you took all those quarterbacks that are irrelevant.
Wait, in a
nothing.
super flex, Ron, you got to take your stabs.
And you're
You
bad
gotta-
about Jimmy G. He had two great quarterbacks, and he has Jimmy G. You got one decent quarterback.
You always talk up Stroud. You love Stroud. What are you talking about?
I do. I love Stroud, but even though you took him, let's see. Put your team back up there.
It's
Who
right
was
on
your
the
last
screen.
receiver you
It's
got?
right on the screen. I got timed out on Shaheed. I wasn't paying attention. The Patrick with 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate it.
Why would you take Shaheed?
I just told you I got timed out on Shaheed. I just told you I got timed out on Shaheed. I was arguing with Scott.
You didn't even take Dell.
What?
You didn't even take Dell to pair up with Stroud.
Ron, I got timed out on Shaheed. And Speedy was in the draft. He took Dell at like 5 overall practically. So I think I think you strolled in late on this one.
I just don't like your team.
That's fine. That's why we played the game, Ron.
I've seen you draft a lot.
That's why we played the game.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I got Kelsey, I got Kelsey, Amon Ra, Debo, Hopkins, Dotson. I got Jahmyr Gibbs, Kamara with Kendre Miller. I got McKinnon. I've got Stroud and Trevor Lawrence. That's a great team. That's a great team. Are there things that I would go do differently if I did it again? Sure, but you could say that about every draft.
You got too many irrelevant quarterbacks. You could have used those on other key players.
Ron,
you could have.
But that's the nature of a super flex. You got to take stabs.
What happens if Kelsey gets injured and you went two tight ends? You could have went at least 3 tight ends. If Kelsey gets injured, you're screwed. I mean, he is getting at that age.
Yeah, well, he gets injured. The team's not winning anyway. But I got Taysom Hill in there. I got these stabs at quarterback are a nice.
I mean, I can see Mike White, but McCoy.
Well, Ron, the problem though, Ron, is if you don't think it's good, then it isn't good. No, there's no argument. It's got to be Ron's way or the highway. I like what I did here with Clayton Tune and McCoy.
I'm just giving you the same feedback you're giving everybody else.
Well, yeah, but that's what everybody wants from me, Ron.
It's okay.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with going heavy quarterback like Zappy, and he's going to start half a season. Colt McCoy, Clayton Tune. There's a look when you only have 2 starting wide receivers and two running backs and a flex, you don't have to beef up at all these other positions as much in this format. Like I've got plenty at running back, I got plenty at wide receiver, and if I'm gonna win this, I'm winning it through my QB2. I have to secure Stroud. This is a very common approach.
I like Gibbs and McKinnon. I think you did great there. Kamara, whatever, and but yeah, you're strong, and you got Ross A. Brown, but Debo over London, Moonman London, really?
Ron, I don't think you're hearing me.
I'm hearing you.
I'm mixing it up, Ron. I have so many London shares across the board. Debo's fun to own. He's fun to own.
There's something about mixing it up and taking like 3 quarterbacks that won't even probably see the field this year.
Okay. Hey, Scotty Doo's back on the line. Scotty Doo, what's up, pal?
I have to agree with Ron, but at the same time, I understand what you're saying. The team is not, you're mixing it up, so it's not to your strongest potential and your ability and, being who you are. And the
I draft London all day. I draft London all day in so many drafts.
I understand, so I agree with you. You're trying to mix it up. And with you mixing it up, it's not a bad team. It's not the best team, like I said, because it's not the best of your ability. But at the same time, it's cool to have it mixed up like this and see where it goes. You never know what happens.
Yeah, and, Debo's still, as much as I do fear injury for him, for sure. And in Dynasty, I don't even want to own him. I don't want to own him. He's been worked into the ground. But Debo's...
Fire, Eddie.
You what?
Said it looks like fire. Looks more like a matchstick to me.
Well, Ron, that's because you're looking at it out of weird glasses, bro. I don't know. You got some weird goggles on.
Looking at it,
You got some weird goggles on. Debo's still a fun player to own. There's a lot of risk involved with him, but he's also very, very capable of being an elite wide receiver. I mean, he's an awesome wide receiver. He's just got a volatile situation, but he's done his best work when the quarterback room's been in the shop. You know, so they could lean on him back in a way that they did in previous years. Plus, I think McCaffrey's a risk to get hurt this year, so maybe Debo's doing a lot more running again. Who knows? But I do love owning Debo in a certain percentage of leagues, and where I got him at 54 overall was good. That's right where his ADP is. I think that's perfect in a super flex. I'm fine with that.
I think Nick killed the draft. I think his team's fire.
Is good. He's good. He was in a great slot too. The one slot is so fun to draft from, especially in a super flex. Like you get a 1, 2, or 3. You get a 1, 2, or 3 or 4 overall pick. You better have a top 5 team. It's the easiest thing to do from those spots when you're getting a Burrow, even Fields. I throw Fields in there. The Trevor Lawrence. It's nice.
I know I sound critical, but I've seen you draft fire teams, and I've seen you draft just phenomenal teams. This team isn't one of them.
Well,
so
that's your opinion, and I appreciate it, but that's your opinion.
It was fire.
I like it. I like it. I think it's a good team. I think it's a really good team. Have I drafted better teams before? Sure. I don't even love this draft slot, but having Travis Kelce, Gibbs, Kamara, Kendre Miller, Amon-Ra, Debo, Hopkins, Jahan Dotson. Come on, Ron. Trevor Lawrence. The team's fire. Is it my best team ever? Absolutely not.
It's okay. It's not fire. It's okay.
You're calling it a matchstick. Calling it a matchstick.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a matchstick. For you, yes, it was a matchstick.
Hold on. I got to read the super chat. Are you bigger on Hill or Johnson?
You should name it.
Johnson or Hill at tight end? I'd say, I don't know. Look, I understand why somebody might want Jahan Johnson, but I personally think Taysom Hill, they're moving all over the field. The difference between Taysom Hill this year and last year is that they're putting him all over the field and at quarterback. He's lining up at quarterback. He's not taking Derek Carr's job. But the fact that he's going to be lining up at quarterback, he's going to be lining up at tight end, he's going to be lining up at running back, a wide receiver. That just means that they're definitely implementing him and weaving him into the offense so much more than before. That this is going to be an amazing, potential year for him. I like him a lot. Let's see here. Superflex. What did Golf say? Superflex. You need 2 QBs getting 20 plus points. Yeah, Stroud's the question mark. This is why I said this team. In Snipe City, it's hard to get a second quarterback.
Great.
It's hard to get a better quarterback than Stroud in Snipe City with my plan. With my plan of attack, I probably would have got A-Rod if it wasn't being in this environment.
Stroud is great. Stroud is going to do phenomenal things this year, especially playing in the AFC South. He has to play the Colts twice, who they're
you just said you didn't like my QB room. You just said you didn't like my QB room. I got Trevor Lawrence and Stroud.
I like the fact that you took all those irrelevant quarterbacks that you didn't need, that you could have picked up other quality
You do
players.
need them, Ron. When you need 3 quarterbacks. You need 3 quarterbacks. You need 3 viable quarterback situations.
And wide receivers.
You need 3 viable quarterback situations.
You didn't even get Jones. You didn't get James. You didn't get. I mean, you could have gotten extra.
What you doing, Scotty?
Like even.
What you doing, Scotty, over there?
Kelsey.
I got you, Ron. You don't like the team. It's fine. I like the team. That's all that matters. And I don't need to stack. I don't need to stack. I know everybody loves stacking. I don't need to force stacking. I don't need to go get Dobbs. I don't need to go if I got Love.
That.
Well,
I'm just saying, what are you going to do? Colt McCoy and Toon, and you don't need those guys.
You to have 3 viable QB situations is nice, Ron. It's a very big advantage in Superflex.
5 quarterbacks.
Okay, I don't. Ron, I'm done with this conversation. Honestly, I get it. You don't like the team. It's fine. It's fine. Scotty, what else you got? Give me something else, bro.
Let's
talk about a player, guys.
I'm about to do a draft right now, man. You want to help out?
Not really, because I'm not going to stay that long. But let's talk about a player. Let's talk about like your first round pick. What pick do you have? Let's talk about that. I can't sit for your whole draft.
Okay. I'll give you some scenarios. I've been doing a lot of mock drafts at the end of round 1, and I usually find myself grabbing like a CeeDee Lamb and an AJ Brown, or I'll pick an AJ Brown, and then
what pick are you at? What pick are you at?
The last pick of round 12, and if it's because I do have a league coming up. It's 3 wide receiver league PPR, so I want to try and at least go wide receiver the first 2 rounds, and then, or maybe the third. It just depends on who's going to fall, and that I can go running back 4th and 5th, which I can still get like a Joe Mixon or David Montgomery, which I'm fine with. You know, those kind of guys I'm fine with if I have 3 strong wide receivers. Those guys are the running backs on the team. They're not going anywhere, you know, unless Mixon. I'm not too worried about Mixon. I think that it's in his best interest, and he knows it, to just stay with the team that he's at. Everyone got to take a pay cut. Even I probably have to take a pay cut when I get a new job. It is what it is, you know. But yeah. And then, or if I'm 1 overall, it's a toss-up between McCaffrey or Justin Jefferson. I'm a Niners fan, so of course I'll take McCaffrey all day long, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. All right. I don't mind that. I mean, I've taken McCaffrey a couple times. I do like to mix it up. I take Bijan over McCaffrey about 8 times out of 10, and then every once in a while I take CMC just to mix it up. But you know, I definitely fear he's going to be running to the ground this year. Mr. Punch says, Smitty, can you give me advice on my team? 12-team Dynasty Superflex half PPR starters are Hurts, Kupp, Debo, Chubb, Swift, Kittle, Madison, Watson, Godwin, Fields, and with Deontay Pickens, Sutton on the bench. So 12-team Dynasty Superflex, Hurts and Fields is fire, bro. Kupp, Debo, I mean, Kupp is getting older, so you just want to shop that as best you can, but not, give them away. Chubb, same thing. But I mean, Chubb, Kupp, Debo, Hurts, Fields. I mean, that's amazing. That's a great core. And Watson, Madison. I mean, that's really, really strong, bro. Only thing I'm trying to do is get Kupp into a Watson, a London, go a little bit younger. And even like a Dotson and something's potentially possible, but you want to get more because Dotson's value is a whole heck of a lot lower, even in Dynasty, than Cooper Kupp's. You want to take advantage of that. But I probably would try and trade, try and get Chubb turned into, or Madison turned into a Gibbs, Breece Hall. I don't know, bro. It's a tough thing to advise you to do because you can win money now, and depending on the prize money, you might want to just take this team into this season and win because this team could win. You got Watson, you got Fields, you got Hurts, you got Kupp, you got Debo, you got Chubb, you got Madison, Kittle, Pickens. Maybe try and trade your bench player like Pickens and Madison, Godwin and Pickens, Deontay and Madison, Chubb and Pickens, Chubb and Deontay, Chubb and potentially, I love the Swift too. You could do a lot. You could do a lot by just trying to trade one of these guys like Madison and Pickens, or Chubb and Pickens, or Kupp and Pickens, or Kupp and Madison. Just two of those guys together to try and get that one extra player. But you can afford to give up a little bit too. Like if you want to just upgrade Chubb just a little bit, like you just want him to be in a little bit safer vehicle. Like if Stevenson's got more time than Chubb, something like that. You could just throw somebody in, from your bench. You've got the depth to do it. It's going to suck to have to pick between Pickens and, like, even Madison. Pickens, and Swift. Like, every week you could get that wrong anyway. Not saying you shouldn't have depth. Depth is good, but definitely a good team, bro. And I don't know that I'm necessarily forcing myself to sell your team. You know what I'm saying? You could, if the cash money's big, if you could win like $1,000, let's say, that team's gonna do it. That team's amazing. Hi, Smitty. My dynasty team is in the super chat up the top. Thank you, Mr. Punch, for dropping that $10 hauler. All $10
to the moon.
Get a moonshot, my man. That's a squad right there. I like it, bro. I like it. Travis is on the phone live. Travis, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
What can I do for you, pal?
Ron, you still there?
Yeah, Ron's.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Ron's here.
Just letting you know, you only get a little more time with your emojis, so use them up.
Yeah, I couldn't take them down yet today, so they're still there.
I already did.
Yeah, they're still alive. All right, good. Just making sure.
You haven't been paying attention.
You might never see an emoji like that again, especially Pickett.
Well, sure we will. Once he blows everything out of the water, and yeah, there's a chance.
Hey, who knows?
You sound like you're sleeping.
I was No, I just
You almost sound like Scared Scott.
Oh, don't put me in that. Don't put me in that group. That's not a good group to be in right now.
Yeah, that's definitely a doghouse group for sure.
Yeah,
he's not doing too well. I decided I can't have enough of Scott on this. It's too much to have him on the show. Too much. So he gets a 5-minute per show amount of time, and that's it.
You got to clarify with Scott.
Yeah. Well, everyone knows because Scared Scott's been calling in show after show after show. So everybody, he's got more of a, no offense, but more of a foothold on Scott than you do, because he's been literally calling in every show, and he gets hung up on like every show. But Scared Scott is I'm giving him 5 minutes now. He's got 5 minutes to show. That's it. Once he runs out of that time, no matter what he's saying, he just gets disconnected on. It's just too much. It's just too much to talk to that man that long. He drains it. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's like talking to, I don't know. It's like getting nagged the entire time he's on the phone line. A-Chain running back 2 upside, ADP 119, Miami running back targets 2023, says Kyle. I like A-Chain, but Dalvin Cook still could head to Miami. He's got 2 San Francisco running backs in front of him that Miami Mike loves. So I like him. He's definitely in the same, bucket as Chase Brown and Roschon. It's like they need us. They need to get lucky to get into the lineup, and if they do, all 3 of them are very, very capable. And then Mr. Punch dropping another $5. I'm working on a trade based around me sending Cup and Chubb for AJ Brown and Waddle. Yeah, I mean, I definitely would do that in Dynasty, but like at the same time, I'd do that. But the reason I'm hesitating is that because your running back stable, based on what I remember, had Swift, Chubb, and Madison, right? So you were. I don't know what that would do to your RB room. It would make your RB room a little light, but Madison and Swift, you could roll with that light RB crew, but just make sure you're not putting one of your wide receivers on the bench. I forget your lineup requirements, but if you could start all these guys and you're not removing one of your current starters you already listed, then I don't mind that. That's it. That could be decent. But also keep in mind AJ Brown. I feel like AJ Brown is not going to have as much of a shelf life as people think, because he's had some knee issues, and knee issues like his, meniscus getting cut away and cleanups and all that doesn't get better. Maybe technology changes in the next 4 years, but that doesn't really get better. Usually that gets worse. And I just think that, look, Kupp and Chubb are on their last year or two, whereas A.J. Brown has at least 2 years. I just don't know how much long. I don't think he has a decade of playing A.J. Brown football. I have a feeling he's going to have a shorter shelf life. Waddle's got a lot of time left. We just hope his quarterback situation is good. So, yeah, I definitely take A.J. Brown and Waddle, but this could hurt you this year, though. It could hurt you. It could. It might not, but it could, based on your running backs. But I don't mind that trade. That trade may lead to more trades, too. You know what I mean? So you could maybe turn that into some other RB. Maybe you have a better chance of getting Gibbs or Bijan or Breece Hall or Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet by making that trade. Because no one wants to trade for Kupp. No one wants to trade for Chubb. I bet you a lot of people want to trade for Waddle, and a lot of people want to trade for A.J. Brown. So for that reason alone, I'd probably do it. But in 2023, championship winning money this year could potentially hurt you. I would need... what did he say here? I need to make a trade for a running back. Yeah, but you'll have more trade power for sure. So Smitty approved that trade. Appreciate you, Mr. Punch, for dropping those. All right, hey guys, throw out a controversial player in the top 25 overall. Let's start with Ron.
Go ahead, Ron.
A controversial player?
Like who's somebody that you're not really, let's say from a negative perspective, let's say you're just not really wanting to draft. Top 25 player that you're just, you see him go and you just can't draft. You can't draft him.
Smitty.
Yeah, Scotty.
Yeah. Sorry, interrupt you, Ron. I'm the draft number 12 in this draft I'm doing right now. So the same one I've been practicing over and over. So
okay.
Wish me luck. Go ahead, Ron. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, let us know when you're on the clock.
No, that's fine. I ain't worried.
Yeah, it's going now.
Top 25.
Do you have
Ron.
more, Scotty?
He's gonna let us know when he's on the clock.
Yeah, I'm last.
Oh, okay.
So
Top player. That I'm worried about?
That you can't draft him. You can't.
I can't draft. Probably ETN. I really can't draft ETN. I'm a little worried about him.
Is he really?
I'm grabbing Tank at the very end.
ETN's not really top 20. He's not really top 25 though. He's 39.
Okay.
He's 39.
Well, well, then we're rehashing same type of players like Adams.
Well, I mean, if that's your guy, you can throw it
I got
out.
a question.
But here's what I did, and I didn't tell you about this. In the Dynasty Man Cave, I actually, what do you think about this? I traded Adams and a number one next year or 2025 pick for Pickens and a second round 2025 pick.
I don't know if that's a tough one because I like Pickens, but you're buying him. I feel like you're buying him too high.
How?
You're giving up Adams and a first rounder for Pickens in a second.
Yeah, for a 2025 pick, it's irrelevant.
Well, now it's irrelevant, but I mean, I don't know.
Hey, this guy said he'll trade for draft spot. I'm at number 12. He's at number 6. So I just keep 12 or
I would take 6, bro. I like 6 a lot better.
You like
12,
Adams
12
over
man,
Pickens?
12-man PPR double flex.
Superflex, bro. You got to take the 5 spot now. You got that's it.
No, not super. But there's 2 flex.
Oh, 2 flex. You still got to take the 6 or 5. Yeah, do it.
Oh, never mind. He said never mind.
You should have did it. Should have did it, bro. I kept telling you. I said, do it.
No, he said, no, I'm good.
I mean, Ron, it's not just that it's Adams versus Pickens. It's Adams versus Pickens, and then the first rounder for second rounder swap. So, I mean, you just got to ask yourself: is that difference between? I mean, look, I definitely am concerned about Adams for sure, but I mean, I don't know. That's a lot. A 25 first rounder. I mean, one could argue they'd rather have the 25 first rounder over Pickens. I'm not saying that I necessarily would, but it'd be dependent on my team. I mean, I like Pickens a lot, but I don't think it was a horrible trade. I'm just saying I don't know. I don't know that I would just smash that. But the thing is, Adams, and he probably has 2 years left. What happens after this year? Is he going to get traded somewhere? Is he going to get a different quarterback? Is he going to be in a world of hurt again for another season? I mean, I don't know. Tough to say.
Youth over age.
I mean, would I understand the straight wide receiver swap? I probably would, but I feel like that's the market, though, Ron. I think you should have gotten Pickens for Adams straight up, even in Dynasty, because Pickens hasn't climbed above him in a Dynasty draft. He hasn't. I mean, Pickens goes around like 6 or 7, bro, in a redraft. So in Dynasty, I can't imagine it would climb more than 1 round, maybe. So, and I don't think Adams is sitting in round 5, even in Dynasty 6. There's no way he'd fall there. So, I don't know. I understand it. And look, a year from now, or 2 years from now, this could look really good. What if you got the last pick in the draft? So you give him a 1.12, which is a second rounder practically. And once Adams is done, then pick
to get Adams to be.
I just think you could have got more. I think that you should have got the first round swap should have been on your side. That's all I'm saying.
Those picks are kind of to get Pickens. Yeah, I ain't worried about a first round pick.
Hey, Ron David, where you from?
But again, it's Adams. If it was just if you traded, like, let me give you an example. I just did that same trade. In terms of like Dotson and Pickens are very, very comparable. Their ADPs are close. People don't know which one they like over the other. I traded the 1.8 in Snipe City environment. I doubt I'm going to get Kincaid anyway. That's who I was hoping would fall. I traded the 1.8 for Dotson.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, like, so trading the first rounder for Pickens, I could see that one, but not giving him Adams as well. That's what I'm saying.
Adams, but that's the whole thing. Is Adams going to be irrelevant? He's irrelevant with Jimmy G as his quarterback, and he's at that age where he's going to have his fall off, probably not this year, then next year.
Yeah, but it's not about that, yeah. Ron. It's about trying to get the most bang for the buck too, though. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is
I'm almost on the clock. Almost on the clock. Bijan is still available.
Yes, Bijan. I don't even need to. I mean, unless Jamar Chase fell.
Oh, he took him at 11.
Scotty, you keep crying wolf. You said you had a trade that you didn't. Then you said you had Bijan. Now you didn't, Scotty. You're
I just said I had a chance for Bijan. I'm one more pick away, but you didn't listen to me. All right, I got A.J. Brown, Jonathan Taylor, Mahomes, Adams, Henry, Chubb, St. Brown.
Is Garrett Wilson there?
I'm going to pick A.J. Brown. I do like A.J. Brown. What do you think? Full PPR.
I don't think he's going to take whoever I recommend anyway. I would have taken St. I would have taken St. Brown from. I would have taken St. Brown, but I don't know if Garrett Wilson was there. You didn't mention him, but.
Yes.
What do you mean? Garrett Wilson was there? I just said that. Is Garrett Wilson available? You didn't say anything.
So A.J. Brown and Garrett Wilson?
Going on with Garrett Wilson? You're not going to get Garrett Wilson now. Garrett Wilson's a top eight overall pick.
I'm gonna follow you. You're telling me Garrett Wilson. They got Jonathan Taylor on the clock.
I'm telling you, Garrett Wilson. You should have taken Garrett Wilson over A.J. Brown. So yeah.
He didn't take A.J. Brown yet. He's asking you.
No, I think he did.
You know what? I'm gonna pick A.J. Brown and Garrett Wilson. I'm gonna pick both of them. Okay.
I would take St. Brown and Garrett Wilson myself, but I don't blame you. AJ Brown's great.
AJ Brown's a beast, bro.
Yeah, I like him. And bro, what if you get? I mean, you're gonna get good running backs later. Running backs fall. You'll be fine. Double wide receiver is very, very good from that spot. Barkley's nice.
So 8 and 9. So AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson are 8th and 9th wide receiver off the board. Not bad.
I would have gone Garrett Wilson. I thought you had already taken, and you couldn't grab him. So good job getting him. But Garrett Wilson, I would have taken Garrett Wilson and St. Brown personally, or Garrett Wilson and Barkley. I don't know if you said Barkley was available. That's a nice combo.
Barkley taken. I almost had Bijan, dude. He was chosen right before me at 111.
I got a video. You're gonna get mad because you didn't take him, but about St. Brown, Garrett Wilson, coming out soon. It's coming out soon. It's gonna be a nice one. Gonna be a doozy.
It's okay. I like AJ.
Bijan, I've gotten Bijan. I don't know if you've had this happen to you, Ron, but I've had Bijan fall more times than I can count in these weekly winners past where I'm used to getting him. He's fallen. I've gotten the 8, 9, 10. I even got the 11 pick in like back-to-back drafts tonight because I was doing a bunch of drafts, and I got Bijan in like 5 out of 6 of them, and I never once had like a top 6 pick. It was crazy. Bijan's going late in those weekly winners.
Yeah, Kelsey's going 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
so
that's probably why.
Spots, he's going first, third.
And these quarterbacks are going. You know what's so weird is like I mean I understand it. I'm not an idiot. That the quarterbacks have a little more value to people because they're thinking about 1 week at a time, right? But in the grand scheme of things, they should be thinking this way about quarterbacks in the long contests as well. There really is no excuse to like narrow down and say, well, I'm really trying to stack and win week 5 because of schedules and this and that. You're still trying to, I mean, people are still going to try and win every single week. Obviously, they're hoping to build a team that can do everything. Maybe focus on 1 week, but also build a team that can win. But it's crazy to see when you simplify things for people and you make them focus on what's important. All of a sudden, they love quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are flying off the board in the weekly winners, and they don't in the regular. And you got to take a quarterback. You got to take Burrow in 3. You got to take Fields in 4. You can't let Fields fall to 5. But once we get back, or if you do the Best Bowl Mania, once we get back into a single quarterback mode, and outside of weekly winner mode, I think hopefully it doesn't make people get used to drafting Burrow in 3 and he returns back to 4. I think he will.
I drafted earlier today in the BB4. I did 3 of those, but I drafted twice. Mahomes Burrow combo.
Is the weekly winners early QB tendency bleeding into those drafts or no?
Huh?
Is the tendency to go quarterback early in the weekly winner drafts right now bleeding into the Best Bowl Mania? Meaning, where did all the quarterbacks go in your Best Bowl Manias that you did?
I'm up.
They were going where they've been going in the second round mostly. Mahomes goes, Hurts goes, Allen sometimes will fall to the third. But yeah, they've been going pretty early still.
I'm up.
All right, what do you got? You got Garrett Wilson and AJ Brown. Who's available?
I'm on sleeper. Like Metcalf, Walker, Jackson, Gibbs, Justin Fields, Herbert for quarterbacks. So he just took DK. So there's Lamar Jackson, Gibbs, Walker.
I like Walker. I like Walker and Gibbs here. I like Fields and Gibbs here. Obviously Burrow's gone. I kind of like Walker and Gibbs here. You already got AJ Brown but Fields is
I'm worried about Walker, man. I'm worried about Charbonnet. I can grab him later on.
Well, yeah, you got to get them both. Go get Fields and Gibbs. Fields and Gibbs for me.
Gibbs for sure. There's a lot of hype on this dude.
Well, of course there is. He's a monster.
Is he really that good? Or to grab him third round?
I mean, you're grabbing at the third, fourth turn, bro. 3-4 turn. Make him your fourth rounder out of principle. Help his ADP out. Bump it down a little. Go Fields. But hey, I mean, you didn't list everybody, so there could be somebody else there. But is there a big timer on it? What's the timer?
1 minute. I'm at 40 seconds.
Okay, name off everybody. Give us the top 6 running backs, top 6 wide receivers. Go.
Okay, Walker, Aaron Jones, Mixon, Dobbins, Madison, Sanders.
And it's Walker.
Jackson, Fields.
Gibbs.
Jackson, Fields, Herbert, Lawrence, Debo, Cooper, Ridley, Hopkins, McLaurin, DJ Moore. Walker, Jackson, Debo, Aaron Jones.
I mean, I think Watson's still there. I don't think Watson and I would say give me Fields and Gibbs, but that's me. I like Walker too, but you seem skeptical, so I don't want to force you into Walker. But you have to take Charbonnet. Maybe Walker.
What about
falls.
Justin Herbert, man? Herbert.
I take Fields, bro.
Not Herbert.
Fields.
I'm going Herbert. I like Herbert, dude.
Fields is a top 1 to 5 quarterback, bro.
Well, go with your gut.
I like
go
Herbert.
with what you feel.
Go Herbert if you like him.
Yeah,
Herbert's
go with
great.
what you feel.
Herbert's early here, though. I don't know. If you like Herbert, you might get him. Well, I don't know. I don't know how these guys are drafting, bro. You're drafting on a sleeper. You're drafting with a bunch of buddies. They could be all crazy. And if it's me, I'm going Fields, but I don't want to talk you into Fields. If you're skeptical on Walker and Fields, go with your gut. Go Walker and Watson. Go Walker and London.
I'm not too much of a Fields fan, to be honest with you.
Now, you're gonna circle back on that one. Fields to the moon. Okay, let me play something for you.
Well, I want to see it first. Show me first.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. A lot of people say that. Let me play something for you. You should change your team name to one of these, Scotty.
Leave it on the fields.
Just in time.
Fields of dreams.
Fields like making love.
Outstanding in his fields.
Fields so good.
Fields General. My field's good. Uneven playing fields.
Battlefields tested.
Fields. He's for reals.
I think you're gonna regret not taking him.
Is that your Justin Fields propaganda?
I think you're gonna regret not taking him. But dude, trust your gut, because bro, Herbert let all of us down last year, and you're about to take him. But I mean, we all thought he was gonna have a great year. Everybody did, and he completely crapped the bed. Like Fields could, but I don't think he's gonna, bro. I think Fields is gonna be fire. I mean, Scotty, you must not watch a lot of my content lately. I got a Fields video. Haven't you seen the Fields video, bro?
Oh man, it's okay, man. Justin Herbert, he's got a lot of good weapons, man.
I wouldn't go that far.
Who, Justin Herbert?
I mean, he's got a lot of
as far as having good weapons, he's got an aged Keenan Allen. He's got a broke-down Mike Williams who broke his back last year. They got an unproven wide receiver who plays soft.
And a 28-year-old running back who's amazing, but, I mean, he's 28 years old, bro. He's 28 years old.
So, yeah, I wouldn't.
I think the unfortunately,
Quentin Johnson, he plays too soft. He plays too passive. He doesn't use his big body like he should.
Unfortunately, I think the Chargers have a lot of upside, but a lot of risk. Like almost equal parts risk of flopping this year, changing offense.
There's Lamar Jackson, and you didn't even tell me to pick Lamar Jackson.
Bro, you haven't, Scotty. You're not watching my content. Fields is the third best pick in all of fantasy football 2023. I have a video on it. I've identified 4 players as my very favorite picks for 2023. Number 1 is 2 is Gibbs, 2 is Gibbs, 3 is Fields, and number 1 is Joe Burrow. And so he's my number 3 favorite pick of all 2023 at cost of entry, because he is the upside to be the QB1. So you're not going to have me not say Fields, I'm going to say Fields all day. But you need to trust your gut. And I've tried to convince you. And I don't want to twist your arm because it's your team and you're the one that's got to watch it, run out onto the field. But I'm telling you, Justin Fields is my third best pick in fantasy football 2023 at cost of entry. He can explode from his ADP. Guy ran for 1,100 yards last year, had no wide receivers, and people act like he's inaccurate. You just wait. He's going to throw for 3,500 yards, throw for 22 plus touchdowns. Or I'm sorry. Well, I'd say he throws for 22 plus touchdowns, runs for probably 8 to 10, runs for another 1,000 yards, even if they dial him back a little bit. This guy's going to be an absolute monster. Just a monster. He might be the first player ever. Him and Hurts are going to be fighting to be the first player to throw for 4,000, rush for 1,000. I don't know that Fields will throw for more than 34 to 3,600 this year, but he certainly could. They got DJ Moore. They drafted offensive line. They're revamping everything. Bears are going to turn heads this year. This is the Detroit Lions from last year. And I feel like, unfortunately, I'm not saying it's a lock. I definitely could be wrong on this. But unfortunately, I feel like the Chargers are in this. Okay, so you got A.J. Brown and Garrett Wilson. You've got, who did you pick?
Gibbs and Justin Herbert.
Who's available?
So the top players are Dobbins, Sanders, Dalvin Cook, Swift, Goddard, Connor, Akers, Waller, Kamara. Those are the top players.
Receivers?
I like J.K. Dobbins.
I mean, I don't mind J.K., but who are the receivers available? Double A, gifting 10 memberships.
Michael Pittman. What was that? Hollywood Brown, Mike Williams, Lockett, Kirk, Evan, Deontay Johnson, Pickens.
I got thin.
I need to grab a running back, so Dobbins would have.
Terry, 5 gifted memberships. So you got Gibbs and J.K., Herbert,
Wilson and AJ.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad team. I definitely don't mind the team. I just would have loved it with Fields, bro.
What do I got? I'm on the clock. Miles Sanders, Dalvin Cook, Swift, Goddard, Connor, Akers, Waller.
Are you sure you're not missing somebody like London or something like that? Watson?
No, grabbed already.
Christian Watson?
Grabbed already.
How far down is Jahan Dotson? I don't know. This is tough. I don't have everything in front of me.
Akers or Connor?
Neither. Jahan Dotson. I don't know.
Need to go down further.
Yeah, you gotta
need to go down further.
You gotta give us better names.
Get down in there where you got Tony and Addison and Dotson and Pickens and those guys.
What? In the 6th round? What the hell?
I love Scotty, but he definitely doesn't.
What time do you win?
He definitely doesn't listen to a lot of what I'm saying. It's okay, Scotty. I want you to draft your. I'm glad Scotty's using his own thinking though. But
what round are you in, Scotty?
I got AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Justin Herbert, J.K. Dobbins, and Cam Akers.
So you're in the 7th round?
I will be at the end of the 7th.
Can't help everybody.
At the end.
I do what I can.
Wow.
I do what I can.
Electro Wizard's not liking us talking bad about San Diego. Smitty.
Yeah. He's my boy. I hope he's not too mad at me.
He's coming after me. You guys got an unproven quarterback, and the RB did horrible last year. That's why he scored 7 touchdowns.
I hope he's not too mad at me. Look, I'm not saying.
RB1.
Hey, Electro, you're my boy. I'm not saying it's not possible for Herbert and the boys to do well this year and Kellen Moore to get it all going, but there are a lot of moving parts. There are a lot of concerns, and so if you listen to what my words were very carefully, I said there's equal parts upside, equal parts risk. So if they do well, I didn't say they weren't going to do well, so, it's not like I'm setting myself up to be embarrassed. I'm literally, and I'm not trying to hedge my bets either. I'm being completely honest. I feel like there's equal parts high risk, equal parts high reward for the Chargers offense. It's literally teeter-tottering in the middle. You've got old wide receiver room that's always banged up with a young, kind of raw, unproven talent that a lot of people like. But so it's tough to say how that wide receiver room is gonna play. It could play really well. Keenan Allen could stay healthy, and then then it could be a good year for you. But Eckler's 28 years old.
Against Jackson last.
Eckler's 28 years old, and Kellen Moore. And Kellen Moore's coming over to implement a new offense, and there's a real decent chance that it works out very well. But there's also another chance that, Eckler is the main asset. He likes to use 2 RBs. Maybe he doesn't do that with Eckler. Maybe he does. And so you're taking the ball out of your playmaker's hands. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. Herbert, I definitely like Herbert. We all loved Herbert. I listened to Smitty like I should have listened to my teachers in high school, says Young. I'm from San Diego. We don't have... What's Robert saying? Hold on. Robert says, I'm from San Diego. We don't have a team down here anymore, Ron. Stop talking about those losers. Or what's he say? Talk as bad about those losers all you want. Robert saying about... Because Ron keeps saying San Diego. It's the L.A. Chargers. And Ron continues...
They'll always be San Diego.
And Ron probably says Oakland Raiders.
They'll still be San Diego.
Man. Hey, Scotty, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to draft Fields in one of your leagues. I want you to have Fields in one of your leagues. I don't want you not to be on this train. I need you on this train with me.
All right.
I wish you would have taken him. You know what you're going to do, Scotty? You're going to call back in the middle of week 3 or 4, and you're going to say, Smitty, I'm sorry. I should have listened to you. I should have listened to you about Fields. You're gonna call in, Scotty. I guarantee it.
Okay, I'll grab one. But Evan Ingram for tight end?
Well, I mean, it sounds like you're drafting a position. Why don't you tell us all the players available?
We got Rashad White, Tyler Lockett, Jordan Addison. I got James Cook, Ingram, Kadarius Toney, Gibson, Cooks, Quentin Johnson, Tua, Juju,
Jahan
Gabe
Dotson.
Davis.
Jahan Dotson.
Oh fuck.
Juju.
Oh, I grabbed auto pick. Oh, Jordan. God damn it, dude. I didn't want him.
Was Jahan Dotson there?
No, Jordan Addison. I auto picked him. I got 14 seconds. Gosh dang it, dude.
Ron loves him. I kind of liked Tony. Ingram's
Addison,
good.
I think, is going to be rookie receiver this year.
Ingram's pretty good, but I need to know the RBs. But Ingram's pretty good. Rashad White's. I don't want him here, but Ingram's okay. I don't know if that's a little early though.
I grabbed Jordan Addison, and Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. Man, you gotta loosen up, man. Brandon Cooks is a solid. He's a wide receiver 4 on my team. What does it really matter, dude?
Bro, I'm a little embarrassed right now. You're not listening to anything I'm saying. You follow me. You called into the show. You're live in front of over 114 people right now, and you're not listening to a word I'm saying.
I don't know why he asked for help. He's got it covered.
Scotty, you're calling into my show, and you're not listening to a single bit of my advice. Am I your consigliere or not?
Yeah, I did. I took your advice. Yeah, I took Garrett Wilson and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, I had to twist your arm to take Garrett Wilson. But, yeah, you did take 2 of the guys I said. But, oh, man, you could have Fields. You could have had... It's okay. Your team's still good, but, Brandon Cooks.
What's wrong with Brandon Cooks, man? Why are you hating on that guy?
I mean, you're taking number 2 wide receivers on offenses that are going run heavy while their wide receiver 1's still available. What do you mean what's wrong with Brandon Cooks? He's not an elite wide receiver, and you're drafting him as your wide receiver 3.
He's got no ceiling.
I don't know.
He's got no ceiling.
I feel like he goes a little later, though, Scotty.
What about Jordan Addison? Is this guy good or what?
I mean, I don't. Ron loves him. I don't mind him there. It's not horrible. But I probably, if you're asking me, I would have gone Tony and Ingram probably, but I didn't hear everybody. I don't know where you're at. Like I have blinders on right now with your draft, but I would say I'm not gonna keep beating a dead horse on it. But if you had Fields, I'd be jumping up and down for you. Kyle said, "Electro, my project, mayhem brother." I don't know what we're talking about there. Kyle, appreciate your super chat, my guy. He's literally Cooks for A-Chain. Cooks for A-Chain. You're saying is a good thing? I don't know that that's a good thing. Cooks, thumbs up for A-Chain. You don't want Cooks in Miami if you're an A-Chain fan. I promise you. That is not a good thing. You don't want that running back room getting more crowded. A DPP dropping a $5. Also, San Diego local Chargers can piss off, says DPP. Travis, you haven't said much. What's up, man?
I'm tired. Trying to get some Z.
No, I'm all right. I was fighting off a bunch of ants. Someone left a box of pizza out, and there's ants all over the place. So
that's horrible.
Taking care of that mess. No, it's
hey,
good.
Smitty,
Yeah.
should I grab Tua or Richardson? Put them on my bench.
I like Richardson, but like, what other players are there, man? I'm batting blind here.
Okay, we got Tua, we got Richardson, Schultz, Zay Flowers, A-Chain, Aaron Rodgers.
Charbonnet
Charbonnet's taken.
I like Aaron Rodgers. I like Anthony Richardson. Those are good picks, but I don't really know who else is there that we could be overlooking here.
I'm gonna grab Richardson just in case.
I mean, A-Rod's great too. I mean, A-Rod's like tiny bit safer, but like Richardson's got massive appeal.
Zay Flowers. I need a tight end. Did Kincaid or Conquo?
Look, both of them are great. Can you get both of them somehow?
No, I already grabbed the other guy. Pick one.
He always grabs the other guy.
Timeout. Conquo.
I mean, I like them. I like both of them. Conquo's gonna be great. He's gonna be great. We're gonna have a tight end breakout video, but oh man,
He might be on the quarterback play.
MCDC said Scotty sounds like my wife asking me who to draft, but then doesn't listen.
Damn.
Scotty, what do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? Anything you want. What about wings? No. What about?
I want
pizza?
lobster.
No. What
Can
about
we get
pasta?
some lobster?
No.
Lobster.
I had crab legs yesterday.
Scotty, I could tell you to get lobster, and you ask me, should I get lobster right out? Scotty, you know you're my guy. I hope you're not taking offense to this, but we're just having fun with you tonight.
No.
But, Scotty, you're the kind of guy that says, should I take Garrett Wilson? I say yes. You go, should I take him? So take him? But just said take Garrett Wilson. Should I take him?
Bijan almost landed.
I had a guy ask me 3 times. He's like, yes, Garrett Wilson could be the number 3 wide receiver. He's my number 8 overall player easily. And you're getting him at 12. That's a smash. So should I take him?
So I take him in, right?
Oh. All right, boys.
What about McKinnon?
McKinnon I like a lot. But, again, I don't know who's there, Scotty.
JJ Miller, Romeo Dobbs.
I feel like we're getting like 4 names and we just don't know. McKinnon. I like McKinnon from versus those guys. Second guess, Scotty, says Gabe.
Romeo Dobbs. It's a good building rapport with the quarterback right now.
Yeah, I like McKinnon better. He might be a little weaker at running back, too. Because you...
Not weak. Very strong.
Well, I mean, who's your number 3 running back?
Cam Akers. Boy, he's better than Swift and freaking Sanders. They can't stay healthy for shit.
Wait, when Cam can?
Well, he had a nice little ending to last year, no?
He was still slow, and he didn't have no breakout speed because of his torn ACL that took away his boost. Everybody was catching him from
Achilles, Ron. Achilles. Torn Achilles.
Achilles.
Not ACL.
Yeah, Achilles. Yeah, it wasn't it. I'm so used to the ACL injury.
Yeah. You know the Rams in St. Louis? With
St. Louis
Rams.
Ron, the St. Louis Rams with his ACL tear.
St. Louis. Yeah.
Second guess, Scotty. The Cardinals came from St. Louis.
Yeah, they need to go back there.
I look. Wouldn't be opposed to it if they send us somebody else. To be honest with you, send us another team. It's not the Raiders.
What about Jonathan Mingo? You think he's have a nice little PPR?
I do,
First
but
year?
again, I don't know if that's the best pick on the board. I can't see it. Scotty, I'd love to help you a little bit better. I'm probably going to jump, though. I'm really tired. I've had a long day. Scotty, I like your team, pal. Terry Roberts dropping a... Oh, almost knocked this drink all over. Terry Roberts dropping a $20 hauler on the screen.
Alert. Super chat alert. Alert. Super chat alert.
Takers and Swift, I'd probably take Swift.
Woo!
And I don't take Swift.
Woo!
And I don't take.
Thought I'd never hear that
So
ever
that
from
tells you
Ron.
what I take takers.
Swift sucks.
I thought I'd never hear that from Ron ever. Sign me up for the text line for the year, pal. Let's go. Terry, that's right, baby. Appreciate you, Terry. Terry, send me a message on it. Do you still have the it's on WhatsApp? I'll try and send you a message on there. Or I'll tell you how to get on it, Terry, on IG. If you don't have it already. I think you have it. Do you think fun for the four, Smitty? Just working golf. That's all I do. Scotty? Oh, he left. I hope Scotty didn't get mad at me. Scotty loved calling into the show, and I think he had a little bit of a bad experience this time around. But he just wasn't listening to me. I was trying to tell, it'd be one thing if it's like, hey, Smitty, I'm gonna watch your show and take it in and then draft on my own. But he called in and he's on the line. Take Fields. Believe me, Scotty. Trust me. But hey, Herbert. I understand why a lot of people like Herbert. I do get it. We loved him. I loved Herbert. We got this little beauty right here on the show, and I still love Herbert. I still love him. We all love him. Herbert's the GOAT. He'll punch you in the throat. But until the offense, which is changing, it's new. Until we see all of that in motion, it's logical to wait to take somebody that has more, I think, momentum. That's all I'm saying. How much were those dumbbells? These right here, these are 25s. I think these were probably like $30 each, maybe $40 each, if I had to guess. Below those are 25 plates. Below those are 45 plates. So I have 2 45 plates, 2 25 plates, and 2 25 dumbbells, and a couple of these bad boys, so you don't get any calluses.
You ever wonder why? Who came up with the name to call them dumbbells?
I don't know. Not sure.
I mean, the name doesn't even make sense, does it?
I don't know where it derived from. Maybe it would make sense if someone told us, but we don't know. I got a 35 down here. Or 30. Here's a 30 down here. And then I also have I don't want to get it because it's going to make noise against the wall. I got to scoot everything back. But I got a Olympic size curl bar down there as well. This is like my weight center as well. I got the let me see if I can show it.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy. I don't think you can't see it, but up here I have the Gronk pull-up bar by the Gronk himself, Rob Gronkowski. They got this called the Gronk bar, and I love it. I bolted it up to the ceiling. When I had the studio built, I had them put wood beams in certain places for the monitors behind the wall before they drywalled it. I had wood beams put everywhere, and then when I was talking to the guy who built it, I was like, "Hey, I got this Gronk bar." He's like, "What?" I showed it to him. I'm like, "I need two wood beams up there so that I can bolt the Gronk bar up to it." And so he's like, "Whatever." So he put them up there, and so we bolted that sucker in there. It's holding really strong. I forget what else I did in here. Anyway. All right, guys. Ron, any final thoughts?
Any final thoughts? No.
I've had a long day. I need to get to bed. I need to sleep tonight. Travis, any final thoughts?
No, I'm good. I'm all set.
You got
this already.
Yeah, you guys drafted a lot of the weeklies so far. I love them. I think it's the best contest that Underdog has. Promo code Smitty, guys. Try it. Link in the description pinned, or the live chat pinned.
Oh, are we doing it? Are we doing a Garrett Wilson tonight or no? I just saw people were asking.
I suppose we could. I'm not going to live stream it, but we could definitely drop one. Let me go in here.
Yeah.
Let's drop a Garrett Wilson right now. But have you guys enjoyed the weekly winners? I love it. I think the name's weird, but I love it. I absolutely love it. It's totally up my alley. I wish they would bring me onto the idea team, and I'm gonna reach out to them because I'm telling you, these are the kind of ideas that I cook up, and I have so many ideas for Underdog too, like that they could do. It just takes a lot of implementation, and I think one of the guys on the staff had this idea and they worked on it for a while, and it takes a lot to bring something like this to fruition. But I definitely, this is right up my alley. I couldn't think of because I love best ball. I love the idea of drafting a team one and done and not doing this weekly DFS thing. It's not weekly. It's not DFS. It's drafting best ball, but rewarding people. Like, that's when they came out with the regular season winner. That was a similar, like, oh, I love the addition of that. But this is amazing because there's no season long winner. It's all you reset week one. Who's the highest score? Who's the second highest score? Who's the third highest score? The fourth highest score? And then week two, week one doesn't matter. Week three doesn't matter comparatively to week two. Week 10, and you can draft for week 10. You can just draft your team and say in week 10, these are the matchups I love. I've got my spreadsheet out. I mean, it's just such a great contest. So make sure you guys hit that link in the live chat and in the description, or use code Smitty, but the link inserts code Smitty for you. If you use code Smitty, use the link. They'll deposit up to one. If you deposit $100, they'll give you $100. They'll match up to $100. If you do the minimum of 10, they'll give you 10. And it's just, man, it's such a great. I love weekly winners. Ron, are you liking them as much as me, or you think they're okay?
Yeah, I love them. I would have wished we were doing one tonight, but I was already full on those stupid Superflex.
Yeah, I want to get, since these are about to fill up, I wanted everybody to get a chance to do another super. That link has been dropped for the Garrett Wilson draft if anybody wants to jump into that. But I'm sure they'll close by Tuesday night, right?
Oh, they're pretty much close. Yeah, it's like, what was the last time I looked? It was 63,000 out of 70.
So I think.
Yeah, once you introduce the weeklies, then the Superflex slowed way down, and everybody went over to do the weekly.
6 more spots to fill on this one, guys. So I dropped the link. It's in the live chat. Thank you, Ariel. All right, boys. Ron and Travis, I'll see you tomorrow, pal. We're doing a week one waiver wire show tomorrow. Week one waiver wire show tomorrow.
Okay, you doing
What?
a Zoom? You think? Or no?
What? What, Smitty? Did you just say week 1 waiver wire? Yeah. Get ready for it. What'd you say, Ron?
You doing a Zoom tomorrow?
Yeah. We'll do a Zoom call tomorrow as well.
What time is the waiver wire show tomorrow?
I don't know if I'm going to do it live to try and get people.
Drop.
Yeah, I don't know. What time? Let's see. What time's the Sunday game going to be? What time does the Sunday evening game end? Let's see. Let me go. Let me go look at the schedule of like the week 1. Week 1.
It usually starts about
8 or
7
8:20
o'clock
Eastern time, right?
Yeah, Central Time. So
like 11:30, sometimes a little later. But
11:30.
Yeah.
So I'll probably do the live right at that time so people get used to when it will be. So Sunday evening, I'm literally going to go live after the Sunday night game and do the waiver wire show for the week. And so I think I'm going to probably do that. But week 1 waiver wire show. What? If Scared Scott were here, he'd say, how are you going to do the week 1 waiver wire show right now? You just have to tune in and see what it's all about. All right, boys. I'll see you later. Week 1 waiver. Yeah. Week 1 waiver wire show tomorrow. Sorry, I think Ron was still talking. Week 1 waiver wire show tomorrow. About 11:30 p.m. 11 p.m. Eastern, 11:30 p.m. Eastern. Maybe a little earlier, maybe later. We need 3 more spots for the Garrett Wilson draft. The link it's in the live chat up there. All right, boys. See you in the morning. Or, well, I don't know if I'm going to do a video in the morning or what. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I never know what I'm going to do. I never script really anything. So tomorrow we'll wing it. But waiver wire show tomorrow. See you all later.
You're right.
Garrett Wilson and the boys.
You're right.
Rogers has new toys.
You're right.
The lights, the heat.
You're right.
The Jets fan complete.
You're right.
You don't want to test Sauce Gardner's heat.
You're right.
I want to watch Brees Hall's quick feet.
Jets country, let's ride.
Come on, man. Pick up.
Please leave your message after the tone.
Hey, man, it's Devontae Adams again. Call me back, bro.
In your eyes, the light that hit your eyes, complete your lives.
Hit that like button on your way out the door. See you all tomorrow. Appreciate all my super chatters. Let me see if I screwed up and didn't answer somebody's super chat. Let's just see. Let's see if I screwed up. Terry, appreciate you dropping that $20 holler. DPP in the house with his $5 holler. Kyle dropping the $2 holler back to back. Mr. Punch dropped a couple of them tonight. Appreciate you, Mr. Punch, dropping the $2. Kyle, again, appreciate you. Mr. Punch a $5. Mr. Punch a $2. Matthew Boyd dropping this one right here. Are you bigger on Hill or Johnson? I said Taysom Hill for me. It's a good question, though. Taysom Hill for me. $10 holler from my boy, Mr. Punch. Jacob dropping that 10 watt on screen. He works graveyard. He's coming in hot on the drafts moving forward. AJ Lancaster dropping a double. Appreciate you all. See you tomorrow. Don't forget the waiver wire show. Terry, send me a DM and I'll tell you exactly what to do on the text line. Unless you're already on it, send me a message on WhatsApp. It's on WhatsApp though. If you have that, then you're good. You send me a message real quick. See you all tomorrow for the waiver wire show. Probably about 11:30 p.m. Eastern. Week 1 waiver wire show. Yeah. What? What's that, Smitty? You'll find out. Now go get Brees Hall.
Get breached.